Alright, today we're talking about bartering. Bartering involves trading a service for a service or an object for an object. I can fix your computer, but hey, my transmission's kind of wonky. You exchange some sort of equivalent service. You always want to try to, make the barter work equivalent. And sometimes that's a tough thing. You don't want there to be any bitter feelings. You don't want there to be any awkward thing like, hey, I did you this favor, I did you this service, why don't you do me mine? And the feeling of, well, my service is more valuable than yours. Do this service, it costs you nothing except time. I know how to do this service, it costs me nothing except time. You're good at what you do, I'm good at what I do. When it comes to making videos or something like that, there's usually this kind of feeling from everyone like, my service is better than yours. If someone knows how to shoot and edit and record something, they have a price on it, they have a value on that, it's their time. On the same token, a performer, an actor, a dancer, a stunt person, a hand double, they get paid a service. They're good at what they do, and they get paid to do it. People do not put a value on the performer and the performance. But you watch any independent film, you can tell who is a great performer. A good performance makes the whole thing. It could be shot on VHS-C, but a good performance makes a video. Performer is what you're looking at. And hopefully you don't notice the camera work and the editing. I have several friends that are performers, and at various levels, whether they're dancers or actors. I've put a value on performance, but I haven't put as much of a value as, say, a cameraman or an editor or a sound guy or a visual effects post-production guy. And most people discount actors, probably because there's so many actors in Hollywood. Actors and actresses that are, working 3 jobs, waiting for their big break. But you know what? If they're serious about it, they're doing something every day. They're working at the Groundlings. They're doing stage performances. They're going on auditions. They're memorizing lines. Just like good cinematographers are always shooting. If they're not shooting a feature, they're shooting stuff for themselves. The value is everything that they do outside of set. Basically, you're paying for their expertise. You're paying for, the access to this talent that they've built and groomed over a career. The other thing that a performer brings to a project, and a good producer and director acknowledge, is their standing. Their standing in the community. Their popularity. They know their fans better than you do. And their fans are going to go along with whatever they do. So I had this discussion recently about some videos. You wouldn't have done it without me. It wouldn't have been near as successful if I wasn't involved. But the fact that I'm in it was worth 100,000 views. And you can't argue with that. His value to the project was not just that he read the lines. His value was the fact that he has spent 10 years building a persona. We're hiring him because he spent 10 years building a career. And that is the value. That is more valuable than an editor that's been editing for 5 years. And at the end of the day, it's the size of your audience that matters. Your project could be technically perfect, but unless you have an audience, it's completely useless. That's the thing with bartering, So if you hire a performer and say, hey, can you work on this? I can't pay you, or I can't pay you much. But on the flip side, if you need anything, if you need a new headshot, demo reel, a video audition, I'll help you out. A lot of editors and cinematographers say, I'm getting the short end of this because my time is worth this much, my equipment's worth this much. Well, you know what? The performer's time and expertise is worth that much too. That's all that performers have, is themselves. They spent a career building their image. and that's all they have. And oftentimes, most performers I know don't know how to do anything else. They're really good at acting. They're really good at dancing. They're really good at comedy and magic. They don't know how to do office work. They don't know how to be a mechanic. And that's not their trade. A performer's trade is being themselves. And there is a heightened value to that. More than most other entertainment jobs, performers' ability and a performer's audience cultivated over a career. And I'm just now realizing that value. So bartering with performers is just part of the game. And if you know how to shoot and edit, and someone else knows how to perform, and there's a barter that needs to happen, make it happen. You never know who's going to break big on both sides. If a cinematographer gets recognized by music videos or television, suddenly he's on a big project, he may be in a position to recommend the performer. Conversely, if the performer gets hired on a big project and says, hey, I look really good and I feel really comfortable with this crew, it's back scratching. Are there thousands of actors in LA? Absolutely. Are there thousands of editors in LA? Absolutely. Are there thousands of camera guys in LA? Absolutely. So I've learned that performing is not just a commodity. The value is in the career, the skill, the audience. Intangible stuff. Editors don't have fan bases. Cinematographers don't have fan bases. Post-production supervisors don't have fan bases. An actor, a performer, has a fan base. That's part of their value. I have a newfound respect for performers and the value they bring to a project. And I am learning to put a value on a performer's expertise.